They are coming for us. The tether of reality shall fold. The great old ones shall reach across the void, and we will bask in the... Oh. Sorry. I had the script upside down. The holidays are upon us. The weather is getting cold, and it is about time to gather around a warm, cozy fire, or more likely around an image or looped video of a festive burning log. It is also the time of year for making snowmen, and actually it turns out that there are snow golem minis in Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures line. I thought these frosty guys would be a festive thing to paint, so I ordered a pack. I'm guessing these snow golems they're going to be vaguely humanoid shapes made out of snow, brought to life with magic, so basically Frosty the Snowman. So get ready, it's time to paint some magical, happy... What the What happened? These aren't magical, happy snowmen brought to life. These are nightmare fuel. Why are they so lumpy? Why do they have teeth? Why do they have teeth? Why? What? Ooh. What? I like to imagine someone was walking around the offices and stopped by one of the modelers' desks and was like, "Oh God, that's some creepy model you've sculpted there. What is it, lemurs or manes? They are snow golems. Snow golems. Why do they have teeth? I decided to do things a little different. But why? You want me to redo it? No, there's no time. The packaging's already printed. Just ship them out. Just ship them out. Get them away. Get them away from me. Go. Get them out of here. Get the snow golems away. The teeth. Well, they're not exactly what I was expecting when I saw the title of Snow Golem, but I guess we should get started on painting them. These are some of the easiest models to paint. Their bodies are continuous masses of snow with no other distinctly colored features. There is a color visualization on the back of the packaging. There, the models are depicted with only two colors, light blue or white for the surface and shadow blue in the recesses. There are two ways to achieve this look. We have two snow golem minis, so I'm going to show off both strategies. The first method is to start with a base coat of blue and then follow up with an overbrushing of white. This will cover most of the undercoat with a bright powdery snow layer, but leave hints of blue in the shadows. This is my preferred strategy for painting this mini. There. Done. That was one of the fastest minis I have ever painted. The second method is to start with a solid coat of white paint, and then follow up with a faint blue wash. This will take a little bit longer to dry, and may be a little more challenging. Most of the minis I have painted have darker colors, so a dark wash is just fine. When we get to brightly colored models though, you will find that dark wash doesn't always work. Sometimes it's too intense, sometimes it'll stain the color real bad, it'll make it look really dirty. We don't necessarily want that, unless you're trying to make really dirty, nasty snowmen, which I guess would be fine because these things are creepy. They've got teeth. Again, why do they have teeth? Why? Anyway, a dark wash will probably be too much for this color scheme, so try to thin out the pigment if you can, or just apply less of it to the model. If you overdo it though, don't worry, these models are very forgiving. You can just overbrush or dry brush some white over the whole thing, and that should brighten it back up. It'll be fine. Except those teeth. Why are there teeth? Again, why are there teeth? The teeth are a prominent feature to this uncanny model. As a bonus step, you can go back over the mouths with the blue and white paint and use a very fine brush to paint the mouth such that it doesn't look like the creature has one solid tooth across the upper and lower jaws.
They're not real. They're not real. Never had teeth. They don't exist. Snowmen with teeth, they don't have teeth. They never had teeth. They never will. You can't let them have teeth. The teeth are not real. Snowmen don't have teeth. Snowmen never have teeth. They're not real.
Well, they are done, and they are creepy. These paint jobs are almost trivial. That is not to say that it is not a worthwhile experience, though. The base coat with highlights and base coat with a colored wash are workflows that are also great for statues and ghosts. I actually used both of them when painting my Army of the Dead and Dead Marsh Spectres for the Middle-earth strategy battle game, as well as some spirits for the Castle Ravenloft board game. These are quick and simple, but useful paint jobs that emphasize the different ways we can get to a similar effect. I have a scene in mind that I think sums up the existence of these creatures in a fantasy world. I'm picturing like a wizard, and he has a son, and the boy comes up to his father and it's like, "Father, I built a snowman and brought it to life using your magic wand." And then the wizard dad is like, "Oh, Timmy, ha ha ha, you know you're not supposed to be playing with daddy's magic. Oh well, let's see what you create." Oh my goodness! Incendo! Instant fight or flight trigger, he just burns them to a crisp. These certainly are not what I was expecting. When I think of snow golems, I picture this. Not whatever the hell these are. These are unsettling, to say the least. It is a combination of the lumpy, malformed bodies, those hideous faces with only a mouthful of teeth, and these wrinkles like skin around the neck and chin areas. If I had not found out these creatures make an appearance in Rime of the Frost Maiden, I would have assumed these were supposed to be demons or aberrations, and then last minute they got name changed or something. But no, they're supposed to be snowmen. They don't have to be. These minis come with a ton of potential, and I'm of the belief that painting them to be snow golems is leaving a lot on the table. There's just so much wrong about the appearance of these creatures that can be capitalized upon. So, I bought a second pack. Damage to my wallet, $5. Damage to my sanity, untold amounts. This time I will go full nightmare mode and paint them to look like horrifying flesh abominations. They will be a bastardization of the human form, the likes of which probably crawled out of some alien hellish meat pit. For the base coat, I need something a little more organic. I picked this drab beige color for one of them because it's just a little off from a skin tone. It's kind of desaturated. The other got a light peach skin tone. In hindsight, I kind of liked this idea of one of them being kind of unhealthy, undead almost, and the other being more lively in appearance, but still being horrifying. I kind of wish I followed through with that. In the end, though, the paint jobs ended kind of coming together, merging. To add some unnatural color variation, I dry brushed each mini with additional skin tones, drab brown and gray. I tried to keep these additional colors localized to certain areas to make it look discolored and unhealthy. What is supposed to be a snowball gets a coat of red-brown paint to look like a giant gross meatball, because of course this thing has a giant gross meatball. What's it gonna do with that meatball? Is it gonna throw it? Is that its attack? Is that its special ability? It throws giant meatballs? I don't know. It could just be leftovers. Is it leftovers? I don't know, and I don't want to know. You know, I'm just gonna let the viewer fill in those horrifying blanks. I went with a similar color scheme when painting the Yoklol from the Legend of Drizzt board game. That model got a black wash. This time I will go with a reddish crimson wash. What I mixed ended up being too thick, so I applied it a little, dipped my brush in water, spread the crimson around, and then removed the excess. While painting the ground, I had a realization. I was doing these steps in the wrong order. You see, I was afraid the crimson wash would stain the whole model red, but by sponging off the excess, I had removed so much that there was not enough shading left in the recesses. I should have applied the crimson wash right after the base coat, and then just toned down the red with all those skin discolorations that I had been dry brushing over the whole model. So what I did was sort of start over. I reapplied the wash to these nightmarish meat minions. I put it on really heavy. I got those recesses sufficiently dark. I reapplied the skin coloration, or rather discoloration, all over the place of the model, making certain regions one color, certain regions another color, some being more gray, some being more lively maybe. And now we are back on track. I repainted the dark gray ground and gave it a quick and messy light gray highlight. I considered painting the ground like a fleshy alien growth, but opted for this stone color scheme. I can picture this creature lurching around a dark cave or crawling about a rock floating through the astral sea. We don't know why the snowmen have teeth, but we know why these ugly bastards have teeth. It's so they can eat people. That's what something that looks like this does. It's gotta eat people. You can't make something this horrifying and say, oh, it just eats lettuce. No. I still kind of want to give them another wash. The red just does not feel enough for the shadows. Maybe a dirty brown would look good. I mixed a soft black wash with a brown wash and applied a little of it to the minis. I was afraid this could ruin the models and I'd have to reset again, but actually it was just what they needed. And for the final touch, blood. You did not think these things were done, did you? No, they need a little blood. I overbrushed a little red paint around the mouths and that hand that is carrying that spicy meatball.
The others have teeth. The others have teeth. Oh no, the others have teeth. Oh God, what have I done?
I call them skin golems, a vile name for a foul creature. I think they came out great. The messy patchwork of natural and desaturated skin tones pairs well with the lumpy bodies. They look like they are not entirely alive, like their bodies are just falling apart. I imagine them to be the deformed children of some giant alien blob monster in a pit or cave. They probably crawl out to live short, painful lives, seeking prey to feed their rapidly deteriorating bodies, as well as their unsightly creator. These are great horror miniatures. In D&D, I would look to include them in a gory aberration-themed encounter. It would fit in well among gibbering mouthers, chaos beasts, and horrors from the far realm. More specifically, the ones I painted would look right at home among a demonic horde of manes or manus. And I don't know how to say that. I'm just going to go with manes. Outside of fantasy role-playing games, these would be a scary enemy for a Dead Space-inspired sci-fi adventure or an occult horror mystery game like Call of Cthulhu. Perhaps one of the bad guys reads the wrong spell and the Great Old One turns them into one of these things. We are used to happy, jolly snowmen. These are not that. These are horrible, unsettling creatures either way you paint them. It may sound like I'm bashing these models a ton, but they are actually excellent miniatures. They make me feel something when looking at them. They are provocative in an emotional way. What is even better is that they are easy to paint and have tons of potential. They are creepy, so you can lean into that. They also have this amorphous shape to them that allows for a wider interpretation of what exactly they are. Paint them like snow, boom, evil snowmen. Paint them like flesh, bam, evil flesh abomination. Paint them like green goo, pow, evil toxic waste monster. Paint them solid black, kersploosh, evil tar monster. I'm seeing a pattern here. No matter what way you paint them, they're evil. I think it's the face. There's just something not right there. Why do they have teeth? These are quickly becoming some of my favorite models from WizKids. Congratulations, WizKids, you've managed to make the most uncanny snowmen miniatures I've ever seen. No, really, thanks. They're gonna haunt my dreams forever. They are an unsettling take on what is more commonly a whimsical, festive creature, and I love it. But what do you think? Are these cool miniatures? Would you paint them differently? Should snowmen have teeth? Leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you did not, then tell me why. If you want to see more content, then smash that subscribe button that says press in case of emergencies, and then grab that flamethrower and torch those things. They're unnatural. They have teeth. They must be destroyed. They can't be allowed to exist in the same universe that we do. Burn them now. Do it. Now, I'm gonna go over there and huddle in the corner, rocking back and forth in a state of remorseful insanity, lamenting over the horrors I have unleashed upon the world by painting these miniatures. But before I do that, thank you for watching, and until next time, keep making and keep playing. Have a good one. Oh, it just eats lettuce.